Let's go to page 321 and start with number 1. So you have 2x squared minus 8y squared. So again, every factor you have to go through the steps. So step 1, common factor. So 2 and 8, you can factor out the 2. So you got x squared minus 4y squared. Okay, so that's your step 1. Okay, so you can go through the steps. So step 1, common factor. Then after that, you go to step 2. Okay, that's 2 terms. So that's a difference of square. So break into 2 sets. Okay, so to get this, you need to have an x, right? X times x give you x squared. This one plus times minus give you minus. 2 times 2 give you 4. Y times y give you y squared. Okay, so step 1, step 2a. Okay, let's go to the next one. You have 5a to the 4 minus 20b squared. So step 1, common factor, 5 and 20, you can factor out of 5. So you're going to get a to the 4 minus 4b squared. So again, all these are perfect squares. So you can break into 2 sets of parentheses. Okay. So to get a to the 4, you need to get a squared, a squared. So this is step 2a. Okay. To get minus, you need to get plus times minus, give you that. 2 times 2 give you 4. B times b give you b squared. And check see if you can factor. So this is it. You cannot do anymore. Okay, number 5. You have x to the 4 minus y to the 4. So step 1, common factor cannot. So you go to step 2a. Okay, so this is a difference of square. When the exponent is even, it's a perfect square. Okay, so this is step 2a. So to get this, you need to get x squared and x squared. X squared times x squared give you x to the 4. Plus times minus give you minus. Y squared times y squared give you y to the 4. Okay? But if you notice, there's a difference of square again. So you have to do this one more time. Okay? So the addition is done. Okay? You only can do with a subtraction. So this is a square minus square. So you have to do this one more time. Okay? So again, this is done already. But this one, subtraction, you have to keep going. Okay? So you need to have x times x give you x squared. Plus times minus give you minus. Y times y give you y squared. Okay, okay, number 7. Got 4v squared plus 14v minus 8. Okay, so step 1, common factor. You can factor out the 2. Okay, all these are even. So factor out the 2. So you got 2v squared plus 7v minus 4. Okay, then step 2, okay, perfect square. This is not a perfect square, so this is not a step 2. Okay, you have to have a perfect square. So we go to step 4. Okay, again we skip step 3. You will learn step 3 in algebra 2. Okay, so you need to get 7 and you need to get negative 8. Okay, remember to multiply these 2 numbers. Okay, okay. So you have to find a combination, so be 1 comma negative 8, right? So you can always start with 1, okay? And that will kind of let you know what to do after that. Okay, so this will give you negative 7. That means your numbers are correct, but the signs are wrong. So you need to go 8, negative 1, okay? Okay, so first is undo the first term. So do the v and 2v, okay? So now we're going to do the o and I. So the inside has to be this one, okay? This is the because this is a multiple of 2, so this has to be the inside. So it'll be plus 4. 2 times 4 give you 8. And this has to be the outside, so it'll be minus 1. Okay? And double check. 4 times negative 1 give you negative 4. Okay, okay, number 9. Okay, you have 8z squared minus 12z minus 8. Okay, so step 1, common factor, 8, 12, and 8, you can factor out the 4. So you're going to get 2z squared minus 3z minus 2. Okay, then you go to step 2. 3 terms, you check for step 2b. Okay, but this is not a perfect square. Again, okay, when you're doing the step 2b for the 3 terms, all the first term and last term, first thing is that you have to be a perfect square. Okay? So this is not a perfect square, so right away you have to go to step 4. So you get negative 3 and negative 4. Okay, remember to multiply these. So you have to add to get that, you have to multiply to get that. So you can start with 1 comma negative 4 and right away that's your correct combination. So make sure you line up, so make sure you remember to drop your 4. Okay, so that's first let's undo the first term. So you got z and 2z. Okay, then let's go and do the outside and the inside. So let's do it inside, so this has to be the inside. So it'll be minus 2. 2 times negative 2 give you negative 4. Okay, then do the outside. 1 times 1 times 1 will give you 1. Okay, then do the last term, do the check. Negative 2 times 1 give you negative 2. So checks. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. I think we got room for one more. Okay, let's do 11 over here. Okay, so you got 12x squared plus 10x minus 8. Okay, so step 1, common factor. This can factor out of 2. So you're going to get 6x squared plus 5x minus 4. Okay, then you go to step 2b. Okay, so step 2b, no, cannot, because this is not a perfect square. So you go to step 4. So it'll be 5 and negative 24. So again, you have to add to get this number. You have to multiply to get this number. Okay, so 1 comma negative 24, 2 comma negative 12, 3 comma negative 8. Okay, so over here we give you negative 5. So the numbers are correct, but the sign is wrong. So just switch to 8 comma negative 3. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so first is breakdown. So you got x and 6x, right? Again, start with the lowest and the highest. But this is not going to work because none of this is multiple of 6, right? So that means this is the wrong guess. So go to the next one. So go to the next possible factor. So you go 2x and 3x. Again, you have to undo this one, right? 2 times 3 give you 6, right? So now that's going to work because the inside, this will be the inside. So it will be minus 1. 3 times negative 1 give you negative 3. And this will be the outside. So it will be plus 4. 2 times 4 give you 8. Okay? And again, do a quick check. The last term, 4 times negative 1 will give you negative 4. So check. Okay, let's go to 13. You have ab squared minus 2ab plus a. Okay, so first, go ahead and factor out the a. So you got b squared minus 2b plus 1. Again, when you factor everything is 1, you can check, right? A times b squared give you ab squared, a times 2b give you minus 2ab, and a times 1 give you a, right? Okay, so now you go to step 2, okay? Now, this is the perfect square, this is the perfect square. So step 2b, you have to do this, right? So from this, I need to get b, right? B squared give me b. And to match the middle, I need to get minus. To get 1, I need to get 1, right? Okay, so again, from this you get this, from this you get that, from this you get that. Now we have to try to see to match the middle term, okay? So sign is negative, so it's good. Number 2 times 1 is 2, so that's good. Alphabet, B and B are good, so that's it. So that's your step 1 and step 2b, okay? Okay, 15. You have 3a squared minus 75b squared. So step 1, common factor, you can factor out the 3. So you got a squared minus 25b squared. Then step 2, there are 2 terms, so you check the step 2a. Step 2a, square minus square. So you're going to get 2 parentheses, right? And so you're going to, so you can make sure you go through the checklist, right? So 2 terms, you do that, right? Okay. Okay, so to get a squared, I need to have a times a. A times a give me a squared. Plus times minus, I get minus. 5 times 5, I get 25. B times b, I get b squared. And that's it. Okay, okay, 17. I have an m4 minus 1. So step 1, common factor cannot. So step 2, square minus square, so that's going to do this. Okay, so to get that, I need to get m squared, right? To get minus, I need to get plus, minus. To get 1, I get 1 and 1, okay? But this is step 2a again, okay? Because you got square minus square, okay? Now plus is done. You cannot factor these, okay, until you get into the like algebra 2, okay. But right now this is done, okay. To do this one, again, to undo this, you need to get m times m, okay, and then you're going to get plus times minus to get minus, 1 times 1 to get 1. Okay, number 19, you have 10y squared plus 14y minus 5. So step 1, common factor, cannot. Step 2, perfect square, cannot. Step 4, master product. So you need to get 14 and minus 50. Okay, so you have to add and multiply to get those two numbers. So start with 1, comma, negative 50, 2, comma, negative 25. Okay, 3, cannot. Okay, 4, 5, negative 10. Okay, and so as you can see, you're not going to get 14 already because, once you go, you're just going to go reverse. So you're going to get 10, comma, negative 5. Okay, and you're going to get 25, comma, negative 2, 50, comma, negative 1. So none of this is going to give you 14. So this one cannot be factored. Okay. Okay, let's go to 21. Okay, you got x squared plus 4. So step 1 cannot. Step 1 common factor cannot. Then you go to step 2. Okay, cannot, because again, if you have to be careful. Step 2 is a difference of square. You have to be a minus. See, difference means have to be minus. This is a plus, so cannot. And you go to step 4 because you don't do step 4. Step 4 is for 3 terms. Okay, and you only have 2 terms. So this one, nothing can be done. So this one cannot be factored. Okay, 23. Okay, you got 4m3 n to the 3 minus m n to the 5. Okay, so you can factor the m, and for the n you got n3, n5, so you can factor the n3. Okay, so this becomes 4m squared, double check. So 1 times 4 give you 4. This will give me m cubed and 3. Okay, good. Minus, so n is gone, so it'll be n squared. Okay, then. So that's just step 1. Now step 2, 2 times check for difference of square. So this is square minus square, so this is good. So you have to do the break into conjugate. Okay? So to get 4, you need to have 2 times 2 give you 4. Okay, m times m give you m squared. Plus times minus give you minus. And n times n give you n squared. Okay? And that's it for number 23. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you have 5wz squared plus 5w squared z minus 10w cubed. Okay. Okay, so common factor 5, 5, and 10. Okay, I can factor out the 5. And I got w, 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 all this, so I can factor the w. Okay, so this one I get z squared. This one the 5w factor out, so I get plus wz. This one I get minus 2w squared. Okay. Then, so that's your step 1. Then you go to step 2. 3 terms check for perfect square. Minus 2 is not a perfect square. So you go to step 4. Okay, so you're going to get 1 and you're going to get negative 2. Okay, so you have to add, you have to multiply. So you go 1, comma, negative 2, 2, comma, negative 1, and that would be the 1. Okay. So let's undo the first term. So you need to get z times z. Okay. So in this case, whatever you see is whatever you get because there's no number in front, right? So it'd be plus 2 minus 1, right? Then there's a w in the back, so you have to put w, okay? And so don't put 1W. If it's 1W, you just write down W. Okay. Okay, 27. You have x to the 8 minus 81. So step 1, common factor cannot. So step 2, this is again when it's even power means it's a perfect square. Okay, so you can break into perfect square. So to get that, you need to have x to the 4, x to the 4. To get minus, you go plus times minus, give you minus. You got 9 times 9, give you 81. Okay, but this is a perfect square again, so you have to do it one more time. Okay, so the addition is done, but this one you can do it one more time. So to get x to the 4, you can go x squared times x squared give you x to the 4. This one you plus minus give you minus 3 times 3 give you that. Okay. Now, when you get to a higher algebra, you can factor these. Actually, you can still factor these, but for now, for pre-algebra, you're done. Okay, you can stop. Okay, 29. Okay, you got a to the 5, b squared minus 4, a to the 3, b to the 4. Okay, so step 1. So you got a to the 5, a to the 3. Let's factor out the a to the 3. And you got b squared, b to the 4. Let's go and factor out the b squared. So you're going to end up with a squared minus 4b squared. Okay. So that's your step 1. Now this is perfect. This is a difference of square. So you can do the step 2a. Okay. So to get that, I need to get a times a. Give me a squared. Plus times minus, give me minus. 2 times 2, give me 4. B times b, give me b squared. Okay. So make sure every point you go through the checklist. Okay, 31. You got 2a x squared minus 8a cubed y squared. Okay. So step 1, you can 2 and 8, you can factor the 2. You got a and a cubed, you can factor the a. And that's it. So when you factor 2a, you're going to get x squared. This one you're going to get minus 4 a squared y squared. Double check. So sign is negative. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times a squared give you a cubed y. Okay. So again, it's always a good idea to do a quick check to make sure you factor correctly. Okay, so this is a difference of square. Again, everything's all square minus square, right? So you're going to get these. Okay, so to get that, I need to have x times x, give me x squared, plus times minus, give me minus, 2 times 2, give me 4, a times a, give me a squared, y times y, give me y squared, and that's it. Okay, 33. Okay, you have 2u cubed plus 2u squared v minus 12 u v squared. Okay, so let's do common factors. So 2, 2, and 12, we can factor out the 2. And you got u cubed, u squared, u, so we can factor out the u. And we cannot do the v because there's no v over here. So over here, if you factor out the 2u, you're going to get u squared. You can double check. 2u times u squared give you 2u cubed, right? This one, when you factor out the 2u, you're going to get uv. I can double check. Plus, okay, sign, number, alphabet, okay. And this one be 6v squared, okay. Then after that, go to step 2b. Okay, this is not a perfect square, so go to step 4, master product. Okay, so you need to get 1 and negative 6. Okay, so 1 comma negative 6, 2 comma negative 3. So 3 comma negative 2, and that's the correct combination, right? 3 times negative 2 give you negative 6. 3 plus negative 2 give you positive 1. Okay, so let's undo the first term. So you need to get u times u give you u squared. And since there's no number over here, whatever you get is whatever you get. So it'd be plus 3 minus 2, okay? But there's a v in the back. So to get a v squared, you need to have v times v to give you v squared. Okay, and that's it. Okay, 35. Okay, you have 8h cubed minus 20h squared k plus 12h k squared. Okay, so again, step 1 common factor, 8, 20, 12, you can factor out the 4. Okay, and you get all the h, so you can factor out the h. So you're going to get 2. 4 times 2 give you 8, and you need to have h squared, right? H times h squared give you h cubed. Now next one, you need to get minus 5. 4 times negative 5 give you negative 20, and you factor out the h, so you're going to get hk. Then this one you need to get 3. 4 times 3 give you 12. The h is already factored out, so you need to get k squared. I can do a quick check to make sure you do it correctly. Okay, the next step, okay, step 2b, okay, this is not a perfect square, so not yet, so let's go to step 4. So you need to get negative 5 and positive 6. Okay, so you need to add, need to get multiply, right? Okay, so you're going to go, to get negative, you have to use negative 1, negative 6, negative 2, negative 3. Okay, again, you have to use both negative to get positive. You need to get both negative to get negative. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so first let's undo the first term. So you need to have an h and 2h. Okay, so that's the first term, right, to get that. Now, next what we do is, okay, we need to get the inside and outside. So let's do the inside first. So that's inside. So it'll be minus 1. And this will be the outside. So it'll be minus 3. Okay, now there's a k in the back. So you need to put k in the back. So you put k in the back, put k in the back. But don't put 1k. Okay, 1k with just k. Okay, and that's it. Okay. Okay. Let's go to 37. Okay, again, first what you need to do is you have to arrange things in correct order. But this is a reverse order. Since this is grouping, we can actually do it without, you can factor in the correct order or reverse order if it's grouping. Okay, so in this case you got 12 plus 4x minus 3x squared minus x cubed. Okay, so for grouping, it's okay to do it in a reverse order. So let's go and do that. So you got 12 plus 4x, okay, and go and put a plus in between. Okay, and you got negative 3x squared. Again, always put a plus between the group. Okay, so you can first you go to step 1, common factor cannot. So step 2 and 4 terms you do step 2c. Okay, okay. So first one, 4 and 12, you can factor out the 4. So you're going to get 3 plus x. Okay, over here when there's a negative, you have to factor out the negative. So you can factor out the negative x squared. Okay, so it'd be 3 plus x. Okay, again, do a quick check, especially with the negative. Right? Negative x squared times x give you negative x cubed. Okay, so now you got 3 plus x, 3 plus x, so you can take it out. So you got 3 plus x, and the leftover would be 4 minus x squared. Right? Again, when you take it out, it's gone. Okay, but notice this is the difference of square. Okay, so you have to go back. Okay, so basically when you have 4 terms, right, you have one complicated problem, you break into 2 smaller problems and do it individually, and you bring it together. Okay, then you have to go through the steps again. Okay, so you're going to get 3 plus x, and this is the difference of square. So you have to repeat the step 2 again. So you need to get 2 times 2. Okay, plus minus give you minus, x times x give you x squared. Okay. Okay, 39. Okay, you got 6 my minus 4nz plus 15 mz minus 5zn. Okay, so first let's check for common factor. Step 1, cannot. Okay, so there's nothing in common for all 4 of them. Okay, so let's go and do step 2c. Let's go and do the grouping. Again, always put a plus between the groups. Okay, this is very important because some people don't do that and they get confused. They think it's a multiplication and get all messed up. Okay, so now let's go and do the first half. So you can factor out the 2. So you're going to get 3my minus 2nz. Okay, let's do a second half. You can factor out the 5z. Okay, let me double check, make sure. actually, this is kind of wrong. If you notice that there is, notice that there's a term here, there's a term here. So sometimes you kind of have to look ahead, okay? So this one actually is all wrong, okay? Okay, it's because there's a like terms. So you can go and combine these like terms first. Okay, so combine this term and this term. Okay, nz and zn are the same. So you got 6my minus 9nz plus 15mz. Okay, then your next step, is you can, all these are multiple 3, so you can factor out the 3. So you got 2my minus 3nz plus 5mz. And then that's it. There's no more square, so there's nothing you can do about it. Okay. So the lesson we can take from this problem is that, don't just jump in blindly. You have to look. Like this one, you can combine the like terms. So this one try to trick you. Even there are 4 terms, but there are 2 like terms. Okay. So if you try to do the grouping, and again, it can get all messed up. Okay. So don't do the grouping. Okay. So that's why you have to look for like terms like this one. Okay. You have to look for like terms and combine to like terms, it becomes this, and you only step 1. Okay, number 41. Okay, you got 6ac minus 6bd plus 6bc minus 6ad. Okay, so let's go ahead and okay, step 1, common factor, always have 6, right? So make sure you do step 1 before you jump into other steps. Okay, make sure you go in order. Okay, so step 1, common factor. Then from here, you're going to do the grouping. Now, because you're going to do grouping, so you need this already parentheses already. So when you're going to do grouping, you have to do this. Okay, and you can always put a plus between the group. Okay. And now, if you notice, you're going to get stuck because there's nothing you can factor among them. Okay, so that means your grouping is wrong. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to rearrange the group. Okay, so we're going to rearrange the order. Okay, so we're not going to do this. Okay, because see, none of them can be factored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these together. Okay, so AC plus BC. Okay, plus, okay, and then you're going to get minus BD minus AD. So when you're doing the grouping, if it gets stuck like this, if nothing can be done, then what you do is just regroup. Okay, because there are 3 possible ways you can group them, and one of them is not going to work, 2 of them is going to work. Okay. Okay, so from here, this one you can factor out the C, so it becomes A plus B. This one you can factor out the negative D. Okay, negative D, so you're going to get B plus A. Okay. Now, if you notice that A plus B and B plus A are the same, right? Because the addition are interchangeable. Okay. So what you do is you factor out the A plus B. Okay, and the left over will be C minus D. Okay. So again, these are 2 are the same, so you can factor it out, and left over will be C minus D. So this one is kind of a little bit tough. Okay. But you just have a discipline of go through the steps and just be careful as you do it. Okay. Okay, number 43. Here you got 24x squared plus 30x minus 9. Okay, so step 1, step 2, step 1 common factor, you can factor out 3. So you're going to get 8x squared plus 10x minus 3. And you go to step 2, no good, so you go to step 4, master product. So you're going to get 10 and 24. Okay, so start with 1 comma negative 24, 2 comma negative 12. This will give you negative 10, so the numbers are correct, signs are wrong, so you go 12, negative 2. Okay, so let's undo this one. So you start with x and ax, but none of this is multiple of 8. So that means this guess is not correct. So you go to the next option. So you go 2 and 4, right? Because 2 times 4 give you 8, right? Okay, so now this would be the inside. Okay, so this would be plus 3. 3 times 4 give you 12. This would be inside. This would be the outside, so it would be minus 1. Okay? I can do a quick check. 3 times negative 1 give you negative 3. Okay, and so that's it. Okay, next one, you got 45 a to the 3 minus 65a squared plus 20a. Okay, so that's going to factor out the 5 and the a. So it's going to be 9a squared minus 13a plus 4. Okay, double check. 45, 65, 20. Okay, now notice it's a perfect square, but if you try step 2a, the middle is not going to match. So this is not it. So you go to step 4. Okay. Okay, so you need to get negative 13 and 36. So we go negative 1, negative 36, negative 2, negative 18, negative 3, negative 12, negative 4, negative 9, and that's it. Okay. Okay, so you start with A, 9A. So this would be the inside, so it would be minus 1, and this would be the outside, so it would be minus 4, and check negative 1 times negative 4 give you a positive 4. Okay, 47. Okay, you have x cubed minus 4x squared minus 4x plus 16. Step 1 cannot. Step 2, 4 terms, so that's going to group them. Okay, again, always put a plus between the group. Okay, so you got negative 4x plus 16. Okay, the first group, you can factor out the x squared, so you're going to get x minus 4. The second group, you can, again, remember there's a negative, so you have to factor the negative. So negative 4, so you get x minus 4. Okay, watch out the sign. Negative times negative will give you positive. Okay, then now you have x minus 4, so you can factor out. And you got left over would be x squared minus 4. Okay? Okay, now when you're doing a step 2c, you have to go back and check the step 2 again. Okay, whenever you have square, you have to keep checking. So this is step 2a. Okay, so you need to get x times x give you x squared, plus times minus give you minus, 2 times 2 give you 4. Okay, now you can leave it like, so that's it. Okay, that's all you can do. Okay, 49. Okay, now let's go and do it up here. Okay, you have 27a squared plus 36ab plus 12b squared. So step 1, let's go and factor out the 3. So you're going to get 9a squared plus 12ab plus 4b squared. And this one looks like it can be a possible perfect square. Let's go and check it out. So from this I get 3, from this I get a, and from here I need to get 2 and the b. Okay? Now let's check if it matches. So sign, positive match. Number 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. Alphabet A, B, so that's good. Okay, so that's your step 2b. Okay, number 51. You have x to the 4 minus 2x squared plus 1. So step 1 cannot. Step 2, okay, this is going to be step 2b. So try that. So to get that, I need to get x squared, okay, and minus, and this is 1, okay. Then double check, negative, check, 2 times 1, 2, so good, right? But notice over here, there's going to be this is going to be a difference of square, okay. So this one, this part is going to give you x plus 1, x minus 1, okay, and that's a square out here, right? So again, this is this over here, this inside. So when you distribute, you're going to get x plus 1 square, x minus 1 square. So again, this one is a little bit tricky, so you got to watch out for this one, okay? Okay. Let's go to 53. Okay, you have 8 x to the 3 y to the 2 plus 4x squared y to the 3 minus 12x y to the 4. So 8, 4, 12, you can factor the 4, and the x, you can factor the x, and you got all the y squared, so you can factor the y squared. Okay, so let's see what we have left over. So get 8, I need to 4 times 2 give me 8, and to get the x, I need to have x squared, and this is gone. Now go back over here, so it'd be plus. So 4 you don't need, so you need to get x. X times x give you x squared, and need to have a y. Y squared times y give you that, right? Minus 3, right? 4 times negative 3 give you negative 12, and so I got x, and I need to get y squared. Okay, so you can do a quick distribution to get that. Okay, and then you go to the steps. So this is step 4. Okay, so you need to get 1 and negative 6. So 1 comma negative 6, 2 comma negative 3, 3 comma negative 2, and that's the one. Okay. Okay, so let's undo the first term. So x and 2x. So this would be the inside, so it would be minus 1, and this would be the outside, so it would be plus 3. Now there's a y in the back, so you need to have y in the back, you need to have y. Now when you put y over here, it would be 1y, right? So just put down y. Okay, and that's it.